For your Sagu Foundation, NWBL, number 1, NWBL, Number 3, Number 2. Number 4, Jackson Gray. Number 7, Victoria Simpson. Number 8, Dylan Wollongong. Number 9, Bruce Saxer. Number 10, Chip Clarkin. Number 11, Dan Conroy. Number 13, Mike Gray. Number 21, Director Seasons. Number 13, Carol Rock. Number 44, Anne Woods. Coached by Roland Floyd. Assisted by Cooley Jansen. And manager of the Smile. If you're able, please stand for the national anthem.
It's a human nature version of Advanced Australia Fair from the Sydney 2000 Olympics. We welcome you to the Northern Beaches Indoor Sports Centre in Warriewood. We begin by acknowledging the Gurungai peoples as the traditional custodians of the land, and we pay respects to elders past, present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us tonight. This is Game 2 of the 3-game Wheelchair National Basketball League series between the Manly Wheel Eagles and the Wollongong Roller Hawks. My name is Scott Deeks, and if you're just joining, it's us and catching up. Game 1 last night was all Roller Hawks, a dominant 81-36 performance that left no doubt about how sharp this Wollongong team can be. They controlled possession, punished mistakes, and showed why they are considered championship contenders once again. Manly, on the other hand, will be looking for a response tonight. Georgia Munro Cook leads with calm vision, and Manuel Fuentes gives them presence and power, and Dylan Gawthorne has the scoring punch when he finds space to work. Expect a fired-up group and a lot of resistance from the home side tonight. I'm joined tonight by my regular partner in crime, Michael Ritchie. He's been doing the rounds this week, speaking with the teams with both camps, getting a real feel for the mood coming in tonight. Michael, it's great to have you here. What stood out to you during your visits this week?
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, lovely to be here again. Exciting, seeing two teams warming up in front of us. Big crowd in here this evening. We're on the Northern Beaches, which is a great part of the world. We're also very high up here, Scott, on a sort of a, what would you call it, a scaffolding. So just want to make sure my insurances are up to date here. But going down on my trip on Monday, I went and watched the Eagles train and met most of the players. That was really a good thing to do, and enjoyed that. And I noticed, the camaraderie between them, their respect for each other, and just the team, vibe was very good. They're over in their second year of the National Wheelchair Basketball League. I think their expectations have got to be obviously managed. I think they've got a very good coach, of course, Rowan Foy. Obviously, a very substantial assistant coach who's been an Olympian, of course, Cohen Janssens, who's a lovely guy as well, and the manager there, Eliza Spano. So, tonight's probably very important for them. They've had a pretty tough game yesterday. I didn't, unfortunately, see it, but that scoreline, Scott, was pretty high.
Yeah, it was a big difference between the two sides, and the experience of the Roller Hawks, perennial championship contenders, going down the championship last year to Darwin. They have recruited heavily. We'll talk more about some of their new faces, but they are big names. Just to give you a quick little rundown, refereeing tonight, we've got Oliver Pittman, Helen Marie Rosenberg, and making league, someone we saw referee the Women's League last time we were up. It's Liam Flanagan making his debut tonight, so congratulations, Liam.
Well done. Also had the opportunity of going down to Wollongong on the Tuesday evening and watching the Hawks in training from 7 to 9 at their venue. Very intense training, Scott. Full on match play most of the time. Lots of energy, lots of big hits. No pulling back there at all, and very intense. And obviously that's showing up in the score last night.
Yeah, they don't take it easy during their training sessions down there at Shellharbour City Stadium, and it did reflect last night. However, Manly are capable of pulling this upset off this evening. Wollongong will go in as the favourites, but Manly have got a quality side, and it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back. We had a great game of 3x3 earlier today, tight all the way. Wollongong just got over the line by the single basket. So it was an outstanding performance from some of the younger developing players in the squads. The 3-on-3 games this year, you'll see some of those guys that don't play a lot of minutes during the full 5-on-5 games. They'll get a bit of activity during the 3-on-3 games, and it was great to see. And that intensity that we always see in wheelchair basketball that you and I have always commented on, just the constant defence. It doesn't ever stop, does it?
No, not at all. And just a few words being spoken to there to the Eagles by Rowan Foy. Look, I'm not a coach. I'm here to commentate on a basketball game, which I'm very excited to do. But what sort of commentary, what sort of advice, what sort of input is he hoping to see on the court tonight? How can they turn this around?
They're going to make sure they go through their game plan. Don't let them be upset early by the intensity of the Hawks, and just make sure that they get through their possessions, finding good quality shots, setting those good seals inside, and making sure that they can control the tempo. So starting tonight for the Eagles, we've got Fuentes, Cervantes, Munro, Cook, Baxter, Tarlington and Conroy. Whilst for the Roller Hawks, we have Klein, Brown, Dodd, Knowles and Ruiz. We are just about ready to get underway. Our first game from the home of the Manly Wheel Eagles. Welcome to the Wheelchair National Basketball League. And off the tip, the ball is going to be heading to the Wheel Eagles. Excellent start for them. Something we always talk about in wheelchair basketball is just the defense never stops. Munro, Cook, back to Fuentes. The three from outside early. That's going to set the tempo for tonight's game. Coming back the other way. Kristen Knowles with the ball up the top. Hits it to Ruiz. Ruiz trying to answer straight away. Rims out. Great rebound. And Kristen Knowles says, I'll take that. Whatever you can do, I can do better. And it's 3-all after 40 seconds. We could be in for a barn burner, Michael.
Good defence now from the Hawks. Really setting up the screen there. Good pass across there to Munro Cook. And there's a shot. Our foul.
So Reece Baxter will be going to the free throw line. Foul's called on that star Spanish import, Jordan Ruiz. Ruiz comes in with a great resume, has been playing professionally in Europe for a number of years, and has been a great addition to the Roller Hawks. He brings a lot of experience and a great attitude. Baxter misses both the free throws. Offensive rebound. Fuentes stuck in the corner. Shot clock winding down. We're down to 6. Rims out on the shot from Fuentes. Tristan Knowles pushing the tempo, getting right into the key. Set shot from the middle. Able to put that in over the top of Tarleton. So much experience. Tristan Knowles has been around for a long time.
Nice pass to Munro Cook and off the ring.
Georgia Munro Cook had 8 points last night. Fast break for the Roller Hawks. Jonty Brown.
He scored a lot last night.
Yeah, had 17 points. He and Ruiz led the team, doing equal share of the work. He's come across from Darwin this year. A great get for the Roller Hawks. Munro Cook working from the 45-degree angle, passing across the key, intercepted by Tristan Knowles. But Fuentes just picks his pocket from behind. Fuentes giving the directions out there. Set up from the baseline.
Did a lot of work, didn't he, to get in a position to shoot that basket.
Worked all the way around. Did a lap of the three-point line. We've got a great game of wheelchair basketball here early. Tristan Knowles working his way inside. Fouled by Fuentes.
It's been going a long time, Tristan, hasn't he? He's been a gold medalist at the Olympics.
And the Paralympics, yep.
In Beijing.
Yeah, a tremendous servant of the game and still producing at the highest level. Knowles setting up for 3. Oh no, sorry. Just over the line. They give him 2 for that one. Taking his total to the night to 5. So it's Wollongong 9, Manly 5. Early stages here from the Northern Beaches Indoor Sports Stadium.
7 minutes gone. And Scott mentioned Hawks 9, Eagles 5.
Fast break there.
Make that 11.
Thomas Klein easily putting that one in. The scoring thick and fast in the early moments of today's game. Fuentes works his way to the baseline, kicking the ball back out to Tarleton, who hits the 18-footer.
So Ruse brings the ball back, Scott.
Yeah, it's just going. This game, Knowles again from outside. No, back on the line. Fuentes gets another rebound. He's getting plenty of boards early as well, bringing the ball down the floor. He's open on the 3. Dodd coming out to shut it, to close out, but not quick enough.
1 point game.
Keeps moving. Fuentes taking his total to 8 for the night.
And he's come right from the back court, right, literally from the back of the court to score that 2-pointer.
Ruiz.
No, where's the defence?
Ruiz, he just had that clear view of where he was going. Able to convert. Knowles has the defensive assignment on Fuentes. Kicking the ball in. Just rolling out there for Cooper Tarlington. Munro Cook unable to convert as well. And Wollongong looking to push the tempo. You can see how quick Ruiz is getting down the floor, giving Tristan Knowles the options. Not able to convert on the first shot, but does make the second shot.
Good support for Tristan there from Tristan Knowles, sorry.
Tristan Knowles just having a quick little chat there to referee Pittman on the baseline, asking why that wasn't a foul. And too long in the backcourt.
Oh, wow.
For Manly. Looks like we're going to see our first substitutions for the game tonight. Coming in for the Wheel Eagles, Dylan Gawthorne and Eamon Wood.
Just repeating the score there. It's we're at 4 minutes 59 into the remaining in the quarter, and the Hawks are leading 15-10.
So the youngster Evander Conroy heading to the bench, along with Cooper Tarlington. Ball still with the Hawks. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ruiz just taking himself off the glass for two.
Very little defence there on him, though. He got into position and he was able to just pop that straight in.
Ruiz provides so much scoring punch for a 2.5 classified player. Fuentes pushing the tempo again.
He's the standout so far, isn't he, for the Eagles?
Got a player down under the basket.
Cavendish is really sort of running the show out there at the moment for the Eagles.
Yeah. There he is again with the ball, running the point. Shot clock winding down, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Georgia Munro Cook gets the ball at the 45 with 1 second remaining on the shot clock. Unable to make the shot.
Jonty Brown passes that ball to Tristan Knowles.
Knowles pushing the tempo, looking for Ruiz. Ruiz gets open in under the basket.
Again, where's the defence, Scott? I'm not seeing it.
There's just so much work that goes into getting open down there. So Ruiz is getting a good seal before the ball's even moved much down the floor. Fuentes from three. Doesn't pick up anything on that one. And it'll be Wollongong ball.
The score's bounced out to 19-10 now in favour of the Hawks, and Tristan Knowles brings it back into play.
Ruiz, the Spanish international, kicks the ball into Brown. Brown very short on that one. Gets his offensive rebound and picks up the foul. Eamon Wood committing the arms foul there. We'll see Brown go to the line for the bonus. Brown is just such a big target. There's just targets all over the floor for Wollongong at the moment. There's just not much that Manly's able to do to stop them, because if they stop the ball from getting to Brown, it goes to Ruiz or it goes to Knowles. And that's not even talking about, you've got Hannah Dodd there. She's an amazing player as well. Another 8-second violation. That defensive pressure from Ruiz and Brown forces the turnover. Ball goes to Klein, kicks it straight back out to Ruiz. Ruiz trying to get some space. Little kick in to Tristan Knowles. Great pass from Jordy Ruiz.
Oh!
Ball stolen off the inbound. Fuentes unable to control it. Tristan Knowles, the free throw line, kicks the ball back out to Ruiz, who sets up for three. Front of the rim. Jonty Brown and Thomas Klein fight for the rebound, but it's Fuentes again with the rebound. Pushing the tempo, trying to get out of that backcourt. So they avoid the backcourt violation on this trip. But Wollongong's zone defense just setting them all up.
Strong, isn't it? It's that shot was taken a long way out. Great pass.
Ruiz into Jonty Brown, unable to score that time. It's just taking Manly a bit of time to get going. Fuentes, great pass, but a blocked shot from Brown. Got a player down for Manly. That's Eamon Wood.
Yeah, back in his chair, and off he goes. A little bit of help there from Tristan Knowles. He's very sporting.
It's one of the things I do love about wheelchair basketball. There's always someone willing to help. Ruiz, 45 degrees, angle from the basket. Thomas Klein's been called for the illegal screen, so the ball will go back to Manly.
Wood look to bring the ball into play. Good match up here for Clean and Cervantes here in front of me. Cervantes with the ball.
The Dylan Gawthorne had the ball, kicking it to Georgia Munro-Cook. Munro-Cook back out to Fuentes. Loves an outside shot. Back to Munro-Cook. We've seen her score plenty of times. Dodd and Knowles putting a lot of pressure.
Oh, great release.
Yeah, Brown with the rebound. Straight to Knowles, straight to Ruiz, who kicks the ball to Klein.
What a play.
Just great ball movement all across the board. Wollongong looking very dangerous.
Yeah, they've blown that lead out 25 to 10, so a 15-point margin.
So this could be interesting here. Got another foul. Oop. Referee got the ball. Wasn't expecting it. So that's probably going to be the second foul on Ruiz. So that could just, put some thoughts into the head of the Wollongong coaching staff. Brett Stibner's got his star player, needs to protect him. Sorry, when I say star player, one of his star players. Fuentes kicks the ball into Wood. Wood back out. Gawthorne to Fuentes. Fuentes trying to get a shot. Shot clock down to 3. Gets the free throw line and is able to convert.
Brilliant work. Brilliant chair work.
Just control. Flying back to Ruiz. Looks like Luke Popel was going to come back in. Come in for his first minutes today. Tristan Knowles from 3. No good that time. Munro-Cook to Fuentes. Back to Wood. Wood kicking the ball back inside. And Dylan Gawthorne gets the foul and 1. Hannah Dodd, the 2-sport Paralympian, wheelchair basketball and equestrian, pleading her case. Luke Popel coming in for his first minutes. And for Brent Sibners, what a joy to have someone like Luke Popel able to come off the bench. Like, it just doesn't stop. A little bit of friendly fire. Tristan Knowles goes down.
The Eagles all back in defence here.
They've got to keep Jonty Brown out of there. But once they keep him out, there's just more threats all around the court.
Knocked there.
Back to Popel. Popel looking for a pass. Oh, Jonty Brown's worked his way free. Oh, there was a play on. They were looking for Knowles cutting down the baseline, but good defense from the Wheel Eagles prevents that. We've got 28 seconds remaining.
Want to give Eamon Woods a bit of a pat on the back there. I thought he did some good work in, close to the hoop.
Fuentes with the ball.
Under the hoop.
He's found some space. Great pass. And Wood gets the reward. So does Dylan Gawthorne. My apologies. Luke Popel kicking the ball back out to Tristan Knowles. 5 seconds remaining. Hawks will take the last shot. Back into Jonty Brown, who gets the foul. So we'll go to the free throw line. Foul's on Fuentes. So just 0.9 of a second remaining. Not much of a chance to get a shot off here. That was Fuentes' second foul as well. So that could make things very interesting coming into the next quarter. Brown made the first free throw with the second. Successful again. Big thing for Manly here is just to make sure that Wollongong don't get a chance to score. They must touch the ball. They did touch it. No call on that one. And that is quarter time here at the Northern Beaches Indoor Sports Centre. Wollongong Rollerhawks 27, Manly Wheel Eagles 16. Michael, what have you seen that's impressed you so far?
Just the attacking skills of the Hawks, and as you said, they've got such a strong lineup. So if one player particularly is not, is shut down, there's another player there who's got skills to go, to the hoop. So it's a very tough job. They've got the Eagles really to try and man up or on each of the Eagles players. So I suppose the scoreline represents what's going on pretty much.
Yeah, for the Wollongong Rollerhawks, Tristan Knowles has 11, Jonty Brown has 6, Jordy Ruiz has 6, and Thomas Klein also has 4. Meanwhile, for the Manly Wheel Eagles, it has all been Fuentes. He has 10 points. Cooper Tarlington had 2. And then Dylan Gawthorne coming off the bench with 4 points, shooting the ball at 66% early. It's been interesting to see the number of 3-point shots that both teams are taking early as well. Manly have had 5 shots from out there. The Rollerhawks have had the 4. Teams that the scoring that we've seen, that's outstanding. 27 points in a quarter of wheelchair basketball. Wollongong just on the attack. 16 points from Manly would normally be considered a solid scoring output in the first quarter, but they've got to stop Wollongong.
So Cervantes has been playing excellently for the Eagles. How many 3-pointers has he had to go at?
So he had 4 shots. He made 2 of them.
Right.
He's a great threat, but he is now sitting on 2 fouls. And that is quite potentially something to keep an eye on here. All right, coming back in for the second quarter. Thank you for joining us here at Wheelchair Basketball Australia. Please don't forget you can follow along on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Wheelchair Basketball Australia. On Instagram at Wheelchair Basketball Australia. On X at Wheelchair Hoops. Or head to the website wba.net.au. Manly with the ball in the backcourt need to get it over the line quickly. They just get it over, avoid that 8 seconds. Fuentes trying to get something to happen. Kicking the ball out to Eamon Wood. Shot clock winding down. 5. Wood from the baseline. Unsuccessful. Wollongong coming back.
Russell bringing the ball out. Scott.
Sean Russell playing his first minutes of the evening. Kicking the ball out to Luke Hopel. Tristan Knowles. Knowles back to Popel. Just inside the 3-point line. No good. Stephen Elliott's also come in for Wollongong for his first minutes of the game. We've got Michael Gray in for the first time tonight as well. Michael Gray, big body inside.
Prides himself on defence, Michael.
He is not someone I want to run into. Fuentes, wow, what a shot.
Brilliant.
Just inside the 3-point line.
Here they come.
Wollongong coming back away.
And a Dodd trying to find some space. Well blocked.
Two weekends ago I was speaking to Craig Cooper, head coach of the Australian Gliders. He was talking about the statistics you don't see on a stat sheet. And Hannah Dodd is doing all those little things, creating space for her shooters. Fuentes passing the ball off.
Oh, well done, Michael Gray.
Michael Gray, nice layup.
Well done, yeah.
Smooth finger roll. Brings the score back, 27-20. We are seeing a bit of comeback here. Knowles setting himself up. Hits the 3 as smooth as you like. Almost straight away in defense on Baxter, preventing Baxter from getting the ball. Fuentes kicking the ball to Dylan Gawthorne, and we've got a turnover. Hopel. Great defense from Eamon Wood. Wood gets the ball back. Looking for options. Manly a bit slower in transition. Wollongong holding Fuentes outside the 3-point line. Tristan Knowles again with the defensive job. Luke Popel now defending him. Gray on the baseline. Hannah Dodd just hands up in his face.
Russell with the ball. Knowles. Manly getting back in defence. Michael Gray doing his best to get in there, but Ooh, just missed that shot.
Great pass from Tristan Knowles to try and find the open.
Hawthorn to Wood, but the ball went over the sideline. Knowles to bring it in.
Yeah, ball will be with Wollongong. We've got a sub coming in for Manly. Gray clutching his chest area, looking mightily uncomfortable. And that will see Jackson Gray into the game for the first time this evening. Total out to Knowles. They just know where each other are, the Wollongong Roller Hawks. They've played together a long time. Short on that shot. Fuentes bringing the ball back the other way. They just get the ball over him before the 8 seconds. Very physical game. Chairs clattering everywhere at the moment. Oh, great ball movement once again from Wollongong. Stephen Elliott, the bearded assassin on that occasion. Eamon Wood gave him a little what for.
He can have a run himself. And
Fuentes has gone
way
down
over
hard.
the back of the court there and fell out of his chair, but he's back in play.
A lot going on. Luke Popel behind the back to Tristan Knowles. A bit of showtime here at Manly. That will see time out on the floor. Rowan Foy has seen enough. We need to have a chat. With 5 minutes 54 remaining in the second quarter, Wollongong have jumped back out to a 14-point lead.
34 to 20 is the scoreline, and 5:54 remaining. So both coaches now having a chance to speak to their players. I would suggest the Hawks feeling pretty comfortable about what's going on in that last pass there. Was very spectacular.
Yeah, Luke Opel just as clean as you like behind the back. And we're watching their timeout right now. They're having a laugh and a great chat. Manly are looking a bit shell-shocked. Coach Foy needing to chat about what's going on and how would they what can they possibly do to stop this offensive onslaught from Wollongong?
That is the $64 million question at this moment, but I think, you've just got to keep working hard and work together as a group and, do everything you can to shut them down. But as you well explained in your commentary, the Hawks having a lot of opportunities. They spread the ball well, players spread into different positions, and the Eagles battling to cover that.
Yeah, and just having a look at points in the paint. Wollongong have scored 22 points in the paint, but they've also scored 7 points from second chance shots and 10 points on the fast break. Like, it's not just... You can't just say, you need to, box them out in rebounds or we need to stop the turnovers. It's just, it keeps coming. I guess, and the threat that we see, Tristan Knowles is such a great outside shooter. They can't just set up down in the paint and block him out because he's going to punish you from outside. So we're back underway. Manly with the ball. Fuentes dealing with the defensive pressure. Wollongong with the rebound. Tristan Knowles coming back the other way.
Look at the work that Dodd's doing through the centre there. Creating pathways for her players.
That's going to be the third foul on Emmanuel Fuentes Cervantes. So he is going to need to see some time on the pine.
Russell to take the shot.
So that's his third. Haven't seen much movement from the Manly bench. I'm not even sure if they're fully aware that that was his third foul. Because 4, that's going to put him on ice until the fourth quarter. Russell makes both the free throws. And we're coming back.
36-20 in favour of the Hawks.
Dylan Gawthorne kicking the ball out to Fuentes. Out to Eamon Wood. Wood looking for options. Takes it himself. Just short on that 18-footer.
Russell brings the ball out. Plenty of options for him. Oh, great layoff.
Russell out to Popel. Popel back out to Knowles. This is what we said about Knowles being an outside shooter. There's Russell with the offensive rebound. Off the glass. Smooth as you like, 2 points. 18-point lead 4 minutes 45 remaining in the second quarter. Russell just reaching in there. Fuentes saw his opportunity, created some space. Hannah Dodd with the rebound. Knowles looking to, threads the needle.
Ball.
Luke Popel, but he
missed it.
He's going to be annoyed about that shot.
Geez, that would have been a great finish.
A tremendous pass. Wood with some amazing chair control, setting up from the elbow. His shot just rims out.
There's the next big through to Tristan.
Tristan Knowles is open under the basket. Now Wollongong are pushing the tempo.
Oh!
And Tristan Knowles goes down. Straight back up.
Comes Wood.
Wood is
And
working
God
hard.
doing some great work inside there.
Fuentes unable to convert on his latest three-point shot.
They've just got options everywhere at the moment, Scott.
Wollongong, there's Dodd again. Once again setting that screen. Allowing that ball movement. Another one of those statistics that won't show up on a stat sheet. A non-statistic. .22, our biggest lead of the game now. Looks like Wollongong are going to make some wholesale changes to finish out the quarter. Eamon Wood, nice shot from 45.
Knowles. Emily.
Opal pushing the tempo. He's managed to get open down low and draws the foul, and that will count. Luke Oval off to the free throw line with the bonus. Got some wholesale changes coming in. Brown, Smith, Klein and Ruiz.
Done some excellent, Hannah Dodd, I mean, she hasn't scored many points, but the work she's doing in defence is superb.
Yeah, and her offensive, the ball movement, allowing the ball to move, allowing her team to score. Tori Smith's come in for Manly for the first time. Watched her in the 3-on-3 game this evening, and she was outstanding in that game. Popel misses the free throw. Jonty Brown, rebound. Couple of bounces on the rim, and it goes down. We're coming back the other way with Manly. Dylan Gawthorne. Fuentes with the ball. Klein defending. Ruiz defending as he kicks it out to Georgia Munro Cook. Munro Cook's such an offensive threat. Shot clock winding down once again. Fuentes fading away backwards. Unable to get the ball to drop.
Good work there in defence by Ruse, who's got the ball in at the moment, but did some great blocks over there against the Eagles.
Ruiz working down low, kicking the ball out to Jonty Brown. Tori Simpson with the job defending him. Popel from three-point range.
Wood.
And Fuentes once again pushing the tempo. Looks like he wants to hold it up. Looking for a cutter. Out to Georgia
blocking, doing a great job there on the defence.
Fuentes got free from Smith, allowing the change, and that's a block by Thomas Klein.
Great block.
Jonty Brown kicking the ball out to Luke Popel.
Look at them respond back down the court. They're so quick.
They are. And there's so many options. There's Jonty Brown, unlucky not to get the foul call on that one, but it doesn't matter. 48 plays 22. Minute and a half to go in the second quarter. Manly just struggling to find something to happen. As Wollongong just are all over them. Nice looking shot there by Dylan Gawthorne.
Defence from Smith for the Hawks. Back on the court now.
Smith out there with Popel. Back out to Geordie Ruiz. Just overcooks that pass. And Jonty Brown goes down.
And up he goes. A little bit of a chat there between Cervantes, who I think just gave him a bit of a tap on the shoulder and said, "You're doing well, mate." That's the way I looked at it.
Minute and 3 seconds. 26-point lead. Wollongong Rollerhawks. Watching Wheelchair Basketball Australia, presented by the Beluga Foundation.
Thank you to them, Scott. They're great supporters of what's going on here tonight.
Jonty Brown, big throw, long pass. Klein just was in two minds about where he was going to receive that ball. Was he going to try and catch it on full?
Trying to get his eye on it, did he properly? No.
It was an in-between pass. Do I take it on the full or do I take it on the hop? In the end, he decided to try and take it on the hop, and it just didn't go the way that he needed.
Here comes Cervantes again, Scott. He's controlling the play, the attack.
Been outstanding for
He
Manly.
has, hasn't he? He's done a brilliant job.
Jonty Brown with the rebound, kicking the ball out to Luke Popel. Once again, moving fast.
Popel's gone over.
Yep, Popel went down. It was a clip on the wheel by Smith.
Just a bit of a support there from Smith to get him back on his wheels.
Well, so he should. He knocked him over.
They're teammates.
All right, so a bit of confusion as to what's happened there. Referee's having a bit of a conference.
Cervantes has been playing in the States for Minnesota.
Oh.
Yeah, and in their league, in their wheelchair basketball league.
So anytime we complain about the cold here...
He'll tell you it's minus 15. He said he's been out. Well, hasn't been out. He can't go out at minus 15. He loves the northern beaches, as you can imagine.
Oh, yes. Minus 15 Celsius.
Oh.
My lovely wife used to live in northern Quebec. Wow. That's minus 40 Celsius. It's just ridiculous. Like, why do people live there? Anyway, speaking of wonderful places to live, Ruiz, the Spaniard, tries for the reverse layup. Torrey Simpson with the rebound. Kicks the ball to Emmanuel Fuentes. Oh, great movement. Shot clock is turned off. Georgia Munro Cook caught trapped in the corner. Luke Popel deflecting the pass. Fuentes is going to be forced to take the shot.
Oh, Ruse has got the ball.
He's not going to be able to shoot that one before it expires, and that is half time.
Wow, action-packed.
It's been a great half of wheelchair basketball. Wollongong 48, Manly Wheel Eagles 22. It's just a great all-around vibe in the place. We know they've got the raffle coming out now. I do hope that my wife bought tickets. I don't know if she did. We'll have to have a chat about that. All right, having a look at the half-time scorers. Leading the way for Wollongong, Tristan Knowles has 18 points, shooting the ball at 57%. Then Jonty Brown with 10. And we've got a few players on 6 with Jordy Ruiz and Sean Russell, 6 points each. Tristan Knowles, 18 points. Outstanding effort. Then Emmanuel Fuentes has 12. Dylan Gawthorne has 4. Then we've got a few players on 2 with Cooper Tarlington, Michael Gray and Eamon Wood all collecting the 2 points. It's just been all Wollongong, all half, and Manly need to find a way to stop Tristan Knowles.
Well, maybe they can't, Scott. Maybe that's the missing link in one sense. Maybe they're giving him the opportunity to take the 3. I mean, he's a fantastic shooter, but maybe that's their best defence even.
Looking to plug up the inside. The points in the paint, 34 points in the paint, 12 points on the fast break. Biggest lead is 26, and their biggest scoring run, 15 points. 15-point scoring run for the Wollongong Rollerhawks. That's not my wife winning that raffle ticket prize there, I'm just noticing, so I'm disappointed with that one. That's a big prize for a young lady. Yeah, Mum's going to come out and help collect that.
Excellent work.
All right, so we're going to have a little break here from the Northern Beaches Indoor Sports Centre. It's the Wollongong Rollerhawks 48, Manly Wheel Eagles 22. Welcome back to the Northern Beaches Indoor Sports Centre. Scott Deeks and Michael Ritchie here with you, Wheelchair Basketball Australia. Having a quick little look around the grounds this evening. It was the Southern District Spartans 54 over the Red Dust Healers 43. Southern District's second team, the Southern District's Titans, unable to get over the Perth Wheelcats. Perth 80-53. And here we have got the Wollongong Rollerhawks 48 over Manly Wheel Eagles 22. Michael, it's been a great, fast-paced game of wheelchair basketball to this point, hasn't it?
Very, very exciting to watch. Plenty of, amazing passes, some backhanded passes that we've seen, which were fantastic. From a spectacle point of view, it's been great, but a little bit unfortunate for the Eagles. Let's face it, they're battling. They're 22 and they're chasing 48 points there for the Hawks. The Hawks are very comfortable, just enjoying their halftime break here. About 1 minute and 46 to go before we start the second half. Or the third quarter, but they're doing it easy, and they've got a lot of, they look very relaxed even.
Yeah, Wollongong are looking very, very relaxed, drinking the coffees on the bench. We've also got the Minecraft happening just in front of us here.
Oh, yeah.
We won't dog on the young man behind the bench there playing Minecraft. Oh, I guess I just did. Sorry, young man. So Manly looking for an improved defensive performance. Their offense has been quite all right, although Emmanuel Cervantes is sitting on the 3 fouls, so it will not take much for him to be in significant foul trouble. And they haven't been able to get anything out of Georgia Munro Cook early as well. She's their other 4.5 player that's spending a significant time on the court, and she's just been shut down by the Rollerhawks defense.
Yeah, difficult for her. She's a strong lady, and she's got a lot of skill. But it's very difficult when your blocks come out or the screens. You just can't go anywhere.
And often she's been left with the ball as the shot clock's been winding down, forced to take shots that she probably wouldn't normally take.
Right. So too much pressure on her.
Yeah, got to get that ball up. You don't want the shot clock. No point having the ball in your hands when the shot clock goes off.
And without being too clever here, you've played a lot of sport. I thank goodness played sport too, and I'll tell you, pressure when it starts to mount can just make you do silly things.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes you have to do things that you don't want to do.
Yes, exactly.
Gosh, we're getting a...
Yes. We've got a cheerleader coming across.
No,
that's one of the referees.
That's the official. That's the official. Oh, dear.
Enjoying herself.
Helen Marie Rosenberg.
Dancing along.
Yep.
Very good.
I'm sure she'll love that when she watches the replay back to evaluate her performance.
Excellent.
So we are just getting back underway. It'll be Manly ball, possession arrow their way after half time. So Wollongong going with Knowles, Ruiz, Klein.
Referee Rosenberg on the sideline here.
Elliott and Nick Scott getting his first minutes of today. Fuentes looking to get going early.
Lucky.
Missing the shot from deep.
Good block there from Scott on Cervantes.
There's Scott coming in. Nick Scott, classified as a 1-point player. Very, very useful in the wheelchair basketball classification system. Ruiz, the ball. Scott sets the screen for Ruiz. Gets open under the basket. Unable to convert. And Fuentes with the ball again.
Just get through and give him a hand. He's on his own. It's a lonesome effort here. Oh, good pass back in.
So Fuentes doing all the hard work to get to the basket, but there was still Tristan Knowles waiting for him. Gray unable to convert on his mid-range shot. Ruiz picking the ball out to Tristan Knowles. Knowles working around.
Good block from Cawthorn. The Eagles player did a good job then.
Looks like he's actually been pinged. Yeah, he's been pinged for the foul. It will be Wollongong ball from the baseline. Wollongong spreading the floor. Knowles and Ruiz. Ball into Klein. Wood deflecting the ball. It will stay with Wollongong. 14 seconds remain on the shot clock. Ruiz kicking the ball deep to Knowles. Back to Ruiz. Shot clock down to 10. Elliott was not set when he set the screen. He knew it straight away as well. You could see it on his face. He knew what had happened there. So the ball will go back with Manly. Dylan Gawthorne, 4 points, inbounds the ball. Gray's recovered from his little injuries, uncomfortableness that he was having there. Fuentes kicks the ball back out to Gawthorne. Gawthorne back to Fuentes. Into Wood. Unable to control the pass.
Again, the Hawks defending so well. You know, just keeping the Manly players at bay.
Elliott.
Making them take a shot that was just too difficult.
Elliott throwing the pass a little, probably a little out of control when he threw that pass. Looking for Knowles in the key.
Needs to get that ball out of there. Great pass.
Yeah, the 8-second violation. Manly's coaching staff not agreeing with that one. And a couple of players as
Good effort
well.
from the Hawks.
Referee Oliver Pittman just calming the situation, putting a little fire out. They'll go back with Wollongong. Tristan Knowles from deep. Short that time.
Tempest doing all the work again through the centre. Knowles has blocked him.
So Fuentes just struggling to find anything happening there besides him with the ball. Klein has just got his hands all up in his face.
Great defence by Klein.
Ball off the front of the rim, avoids the shot clock violation, but Klein just
Very good.
wouldn't give him an option.
No, did a great job.
Ruiz, I thought that was a shot, but that was actually a pass into Tristan Knowles, who was set down low.
Again, not a lot of Manly defence there then. That was an easy 1-2. They've got the ball again there, Scott, the Hawks, and Ruse has a shot.
Ruiz begging for the foul.
We've lost the player in the centre court, but the play goes on.
Elliott is down. He is also looking for a foul. Very physical game we've got going on here at the moment.
Oh, good reply.
Gawthorne.
Well done. So 50 to the Hawks, 24 to the Eagles.
Ruiz looking for Knowles. Knowles was set up under the basket, ended up out wide. Ruiz misses the shot. Elliott with a rebound. Back out to Tristan Knowles. Gawthorne picking up the softer foul of the game so far. A couple of subs coming
Substitutes.
in. Jonty Brown, Hannah Dodd and Luke Popel coming back in. Ruiz, Elliott. I missed who the first one was to come back out then. Back underway, Tristan Knowles. Foul called on Brown. It's just a little bit of narc out there at the moment. Settle down quickly. Gawthorne with the ball, defended by Knowles. Munro Cook sets the screen. Fuentes ends up with the ball. He's being defended by Brown. Eamon Wood out wide with the shot. Just rims out. Tristan Knowles once again with the ball.
Klein calling for it under the hoop. Here we go, Knowles.
Knowles resets. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. Jonty Brown from the baseline. Overcooks it.
Klein again. Shot clock 9.
Popel kicks him back into Klein. Klein makes the basket and one. Fouls on number 8, Dylan Gawthorne. That'll be his third for the game. So Klein will head to the free throw line. Unable to convert. Fuentes trying to push the tempo.
Looking for options. Defense is good from the Hawks. Oh, great intercept.
Tristan Knowles with the excellent chair control. 3-on-1 situation. Into Jonty Brown, who overcooks the open layup. Got to convert those 3-on-1 situations. Coach Stevens was just talking about patience with Jonty Brown, but that one is not going to impress himself. Gawthorne setting some screens for Wood. Fuentes working that angle with Munro Cook. Shot clock down to 2 seconds.
Clean doing another great job.
Just keeps working.
On
What a pass by Luke Popel off to Tristan Knowles, who makes the fast break. Easy layup.
We've got Hannah Dodd back on the court. Doing a great job again, defending beautifully for the Hawks. Just really shutting some of the Manly players right down here. As is Knowles. Good pass there to Munro Cook.
Munro Cook's shot is blocked by Jonty Brown.
Out comes the ball through Knowles.
Knowles trying to push the tempo once again. Brown setting the screen for him on this occasion. Kicking the ball back into Thomas Klein. Sets himself.
No pressure on Knowles. No pressure. He had plenty of time, didn't he, to pass that ball wherever he wanted to. Needs to be a bit of structure there from the Eagles on defence there. Just letting him take over the court, do what he wants. There it is. Good pass. Unfortunately not taken.
No, Gawthorne throwing the ball into Georgia Munro Cook, who was getting pressured by Jonty.
We've got a substitute coming out for the Eagles. Sorry, the Hawks. Apologise. Halleck's coming on and clean off.
Ethan Halleck will be playing his first minutes of the game. A couple of subs as well for Manly. As we see Evander Conroy and Cooper Tarlington coming in.
Yep. Well done. Jonty Brown, what's his scores at the moment? He seems to be still very high, as like yesterday.
Jonty Brown currently sitting on, gosh, having trouble looking at my stats here. Well done. Thanks for putting me on the spot there.
No, I'm sorry.
He's shooting 12 points for the game.
Sorry. You're doing a great job, Scott.
So, referee Rosenberg has instructed Halleck that he's not allowed to play with his shirt untucked.
Oh, fair enough.
So, he's been subbed back out.
All right. Here they come. Again, the Eagles. We've got number 10 on the court now. Tarleton's come on.
He's come back in. He's from when he started. Munro Cook and Dodd battling, as we saw in the women's game a couple of weeks ago.
Nice pass.
Fuentes into Tarleton.
Unlucky.
Gets the bump from Luke Popel. So Popel gets a foul for being outside of his cylinder. Halleck, with the shirt freshly tucked in, is back in the game.
Just very quickly, Tarleton, who's going to take the shot, he designed all the new shirts for the Eagles. That's his design. He put a lot of effort into that, and they look great.
Yeah, an attractive looking uniform. Makes the first free throw. Here's something I like to do. I like to dabble in uniform design, but I don't know why. It's just something I like to do.
How's that going for you?
Well, you know, I'm still the same grand total of sales of zero that
Zero.
I've ever had, but you know, maybe one day.
Oh, you'll be right.
Maybe one day.
Never give up.
See, that's why you become a teacher and you coach the basketball team, and then you get to design your uniforms. Maybe. Down on the ground, Luke Popel is on the ground. Hannah Dodd gives the hand up.
Yeah, nice work there from Hannah. She's she's just doing such a great job. Like, she's everywhere. She doesn't get the ball much, but wherever she is, she's just...
I was wondering what language we were about to start broadcasting in now. I was like, I can speak a bit of German, a bit of Indonesian, but that was a new language altogether.
That's all
there.
new, yeah.
Well,
inconspicuous. There you go. Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Knowles for 3. No, for 2, sorry.
Well,
referee Flanagan catches him over the line. Fuentes with the ball again. Wollongong 60, Manly 26.
very solid scoreline there from the Hawks.
Fuentes for 3.
Jonty.
Johnny Brown gets the rebound on this occasion.
And Knowles. Look at him. He's got plenty of time making his way under the basket.
And once again...
where's the defence? It's not there.
Hannah Dodd.
Hannah Dodd, yeah. There you go.
Gets the pat on the back. She just cleared the path for
She's
Kristen
so
Knowles.
skillful, isn't she? She's just a great player to watch, and doing such a good job for the Hawks. Such a key player in there.
Fuentes short on this occasion.
Here they go.
Bubble getting a bit of pressure from Fuentes.
Room to move.
Kristen Knowles unable to convert on his 3-point shot. Halleck misses his first attempt for the evening.
Tarleton. Dentes looking for Munro Cook. And we have another new player on the court, Ray. He's come on. Hello, Ray. Number 11 for the Eagles.
That's a Vanderpump, isn't it? Number 11?
Sorry. Yes, it's on Conroy.
Yes, he started the game.
Got it.
Brown outside, kicking the ball out to Luke Popel. Kristen Knowles. Dodd's working to clear a path there. Out to Brown. With 6 seconds on the shot clock for 3. He misses that one. Going back with Fuentes with his 8th rebound of the game. Darlington getting the foul for being out of the cylinder.
So just confirming, Conroy's on for the Eagles, the young fellow here.
Yes.
He's got a big ask, isn't he? He's quite a young player. He's put a bit of pressure on him. Have you seen him out here before a few times?
He started the game.
Yeah.
He's a 2-point classified player, so he gives them a lot of options. Well, his classification's at 1 point, so he gives them a lot of options when you've got the big player, Tarleton, on. Makes the second free throw. Wollongong 62, Manly 27. Vocal looking for Jonty Brown. Jonty Brown getting a little shove from Georgia Munro Cook. Munro Cook losing the ball in the rebound battle. Back under to Jonty Brown. Bit of spin off the glass. 2 points.
Well done. 64-27.
Big
margin.
But Manly have slowed their scoring output this quarter. Wollongong have only scored the 16 points, but Manly haven't been able to score much either with just the 5. Darlington from deep, off the rim and bouncing out. I'll see Wollongong with the ball. 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Do you think it's time for the Eagles, to try something different from the bench, or...?
They've been running plenty of players. They've been running a pretty wide rotation in some regards. It's just been a tough game against a quality side in the Wollongong Roller Hawks.
Absolutely.
Kristen Knowles surveying his options. Gets the ball into Jonty Brown.
Much better shot.
Brown.
More confidence in that one from Johnny then. They can't...
With 4 seconds remaining, the danger here is that Wollongong get the ball, but the siren scores and that basket will not count. And it is 3-quarter time.
66-27, big margin there. It's really blown out. Tough night here for the Eagles. Local community supporting the game, which is great. It was a very nice halftime prize that you didn't win, Scott.
No,
so
I
bad
didn't
luck
win.
About that, yeah.
I mean, you've got to be in it to win it. I'm not sure I was.
Very true.
So next time I'm up here, down here, depending on... I still think of myself as living on the south coast, but I have not lived there for 10 years now. But yes, next time I'm here, I'll make sure I buy a raffle ticket, and then they'll have to bring it up to us on the scaff. So it is three-quarter time. Leading scorers for the Manly Wheel Eagles, Manuel Fuentes Cervantes has 12 points, shooting 5 of 22 from the field. Cooper Tarlington has 5. Dylan Hawthorne has 6. Meanwhile, for the Wollongong Rollerhawks, Tristan Knowles, 26 points. Jonty Brown with 16. And then Sean Russell with a cheeky 6 points in just 7 minutes of action. It has just been a great performance from the Wollongong Rollerhawks.
Game 3 tomorrow is down in Wollongong.
Yeah, they're playing at Shell Harbour City Stadium, so anyone tuning in down in the Illawarra, please do head out and support the Wollongong Rollerhawks and Manly Wheel Eagles. They will put on a great show. And it's great to see that series is able to be split, so they can play in both locations. It is one of the shorter road trips in the National Wheelchair Basketball League. Be harder to do if you're playing in Perth tonight and then playing in Wollongong tomorrow. Not many direct flights to Albion Park Airport from Perth.
We're about to get the fourth quarter underway. 4 seconds to go till we see the ball back in play.
So inbounding the ball for the Wollongong Rollerhawks is their new recruit this year. Coming over from Darwin is Jonty Brown. Ruiz is out there as well. Klein, Halleck. Ball gets into Jonty Brown, but unable to control the pass from Ruiz. The ball will stay with Manly. Manly are running 4 bench players at the moment with only the 1 starter. Fuentes is the only starter still out there. You've got Jackson Gray, Tory Simpson, Dylan Gawthorne, Eamon Wood.
Defence there from Halleck on
Fuentes. Eamon Wood getting the ball. Great pass from Manuel Fuentes Cervantes. Ruiz pushing the tempo. He's so quick down the floor.
Lovely ball.
Into Halleck. Halleck getting harassed by Tory Simpson.
Nice words there, but bit of respect shown there for both of them to each other. Lovely.
I wouldn't be messing with Tory Simpson. He's a dangerous wheelchair basketballer. She's a tough player. Plays for the Sydney Blues in the Women's Wheelchair National Basketball League. Halleck to the line, shooting his first free throws of the game. Long on the first.
What an excellent effort from Simpson to be the only woman on the court at the moment. Just shows you how good she must be.
Yes, I've had the pleasure of calling 2 of her games so far. This is the 3rd time I've seen her play. This is actually the 4th time to include the 3-on-3 game today. Yeah, she's a tremendous player. Fuentes with the ball. Trying to make something happen. Kicks the ball over to Wood.
Ball back.
Fuentes getting harassed by Ruiz. Ruiz.
Good defence.
Just stifling defence from the Wollongong Rollerhawks.
Yeah.
Preventing anything from happening for Manly. And even right now, even with Wollongong with the ball, they're getting Fuentes out of the game. They're screening him all the way down the floor, not letting him have an impact. Jonty Brown getting low. Well, the ball nearly goes up the wrong way. Jonty Brown kicking the ball out to Halleck. Oh, the ball did bounce on the baseline, so it will be Manly ball. Great D from the Manly Wheel Eagles.
Well done. Yeah, so Simpson Baxter. Hawthorne to bring it out.
Eamon Wood back to Dylan Gawthorne.
Again, good defence on Gray, number 4. Shut down there by Clean, back on the court.
Fuentes with the ball, working his way to the baseline, mid-range. Gawthorne from the free throw line.
Opportunity there.
Well short. And Jackson Gray.
Space. He created some space. It was there.
Yeah, the ball movement was good by Manly. Just unable to convert on that situation. Young Jackson Gray tried to get the rebound, but unable to control it. Ruiz with the ball.
Klein.
Well, taking his time on that shot. Jonty Brown working hard to get the rebound. Halleck unable to race along. Jonty Brown with the most optimistic of points, begging for the ball to stay with Wollongong.
So the ball's in the hand of Cawthorn. Wood to help him. Back to Cawthorn. Coming down the court. Simpson doing her best to find some gap, but Klein covering him off very well. And there's the number one man.
Into Jackson.
Ball. Unlucky. That was a good effort.
Moved the ball well. I'm sure. I missed that call.
Just repeating the score here, 66 to the Hawks, 29 to Manly. 7.45 to go on the clock.
Cawthorn kicking the ball to Fuentes. Fuentes back to Eamon Wood. Wood's got the long arms of Jonty Brown in the way. Simpson sets a screen. Wood unable to get the ball.
Well done by Clean.
Got a foul on the other side of the floor. Referee Pittman. Simpson takes the foul. Kind of volunteered herself. I don't know if that's because of the number of fouls on Fuentes.
Yeah, I would hope so, wouldn't it? Because he's going to run the whole game out here by the looks of it, isn't he? If he's not fouled out.
Yes. Yeah, he's gone. Hasn't had a break during the game so far.
No.
Brown for three.
Oh, sensational.
Smooth as you like. Been getting it done inside all game. Now he's stepping out to the three-point line. How do you stop that? Jackson Gray with a good lead down low.
Come on, Gray. Michael Gray. Yes.
That's young Jackson Gray, that
Jackson
one.
Gray. Sorry.
2 points, and we'll go to the free throw line. Foul is called on Thomas Klein. That'll be his second for the game.
He had a nasty fall in training on Thursday night, did Jackson Gray. I was sitting with him in the DYRSL when they had the T-shirt, the shirt presentation. He was in a lot of pain, but he's recovered well.
Oh, you've just put the knocker on him. He's missed the ring there, so that would be a violation, and the ball will go with Wollongong. We do overstate the power of the commentator's curse, but when it happens, it's fun to point out. Ruiz with the ball. Brown, he's a three-point shooter now.
Oh, fantastic.
It's just easy if you don't have to go all the way inside the basket into the key. Just shoot from outside and make your points.
Hawthorn brings the ball forward. Has a shot.
Just stayed on that rim for too long.
Brown. Klein managed to pick it up. But, wow. Fantastic effort to get back into the chair so quickly then.
Athletic movement.
He's a solid player, isn't he, Klein? I'm very impressed with his game tonight.
He's played very, very well, as we can say from many of the Roller Hawks players.
He's working really hard in there. Oh,
Jonty Brown getting just the tiniest of nudges. Referee Rosenberg is going to give that as an unsportsmanlike foul against Dylan Cawthorn. So Brown will go to the line for 2. And the Hawks will keep the ball. Too much contact on that one.
6.5 minutes left.
Wollongong 73. Manly 31. Brown gets both. Coming in for the Manly Wheel Eagles will be Georgia Munro Cook and Reese Baxter.
Jackson Gray there having a bit of a run with Halleck. Bit of argy-bargy.
Oh, Brown wants to keep it going. That's 3 in a row. Jonty Brown with the turkey.
Baxter was well and truly. Oh, he's been knocked into again. He's had a few nasty knocks in the last few seconds. Can't find his way through. Doing everything to get under that basket for the pass.
Lots of contact now on Fuentes.
Oh,
Gets
here
the
we
ball
go.
to Monroe Cook.
Oh,
Monroe Cook's unable to convert on her baseline shot. They need to stop Brown. They need to not let him have another three-point opportunity. Ruiz gets the ball to Brown. They're so concerned about Brown that now they're giving opportunities to other players. Hallett with the offensive rebound. Monroe Cook with the defensive rebound. We're going back with Fuentes to Ventes.
He's just been doing this all night, Scott.
Referee finds offensive foul. It's going to be called on Georgia Monroe Cook for the block, illegal screen.
Seeing on the court again now. Pick that number 12, sorry. Just picking Emily back on. At least may have been on. I just haven't seen he's out there.
Yeah, he's been on for a little bit. He's another one of our one-point players for the Wollongong Rollerhawks. Ruiz.
Nice ball.
Out to Brown. Back to Ruiz.
Baxter trying to block him.
Brown from the baseline. Hallett, nice offensive rebound. Kicking the ball back out to Ruiz. Puts the ball back to Brown. He's been shooting the lights out this quarter. Off balance, unable to score on this occasion.
Foul on 8 for a push.
Johnson Brown gets called for the foul. Luke Popel coming back in, as is Stephen Elliott. The Halleck will have a break, as will Thomas Klein.
It's such a strong bench, isn't it?
It just keeps coming, doesn't
it's
it?
Amazing. Yeah.
Fuentes bringing the ball up for Manly. From outside, Ruiz with the rebound.
He's quick through the middle. Options
Tempo.
opening up for him.
Elliott kicks the ball to Luke Popel. Popel back to Ruiz. Ruiz looks at the shot, gets into the key, into Elliott. Elliott trying to find a shot there. Cannot get it through the hands of Monroe Cook.
Gray with the ball. Monroe Cook. Little layoff.
Fuentes dealing out, dishing out instructions. Shot clock winding down. Down to 4. Monroe Cook again. That is a long shot for Georgia Monroe Cook.
Popel and Elliott really shutting down Baxter there. He just could not get through.
Ruiz drives. Just a quick little release there. Monroe Cook with the rebound. Redhead's trying to push the tempo.
77-33 in favour of the Hawks. Last night it was 81, wasn't it? They scored, so we'll see if they can get a little bit further up past that tonight.
Reece Baxter is back up. Dylan Gawthorne with the ball. Being defended by Ruiz.
Sorry.
Elliott trying to keep Fuentes away from the basket. Shot clock winding down. Going to have to heave it. No, there's no chance for him to get the shot off. That will be a shot clock violation. 3.5 minutes remaining here at Northern Beaches Indoor Sports Centre.
Done well, hasn't he? Cervantes to stay on.
Oh yeah, he was in foul trouble early. He has not committed a foul for 25 minutes of basketball. Very impressive. Ball out to Luke Popel, he kicks it into Brown. Fade away.
Michael Gray with the ball. Jackson Gray. Here we go. He looks nothing like his father.
Jump ball situation, and it will stay with Manly. 7 seconds on the shot clock.
2 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in this match.
Gawthorne to Fuentes, deep 2, unable to convert. Ruiz pushing the tempo.
Elliott's moving well in the middle there. He's making some breaks, finding some gaps.
Jonty Brown over.
There's Elliott.
Over the top. Elliott with the offensive rebound. Johnny Brown is just under the basket. There's not much happening. There's too much time in the key. That will be a 3-second violation against the Wollongong Roller Hawks. So Manly Wheel Eagles will inbound from the baseline. The second half's been all about defense in both teams.
Poor pass there.
Wollongong's defense has really kicked up a notch after that first quarter when Manly scored 16. They've only allowed 17 points to be scored since that first 16 points.
Jackson Gray.
Fuentes pushing the tempo. Hawthorn in front of
Munro Cook. Defense is strong.
Hawthorn back to Fuentes.
Good effort there from Emily.
Georgia Munro Cook from the baseline.
Oh,
that's
well
her spot. 2 in a row for Georgia Munro Cook.
33. Trails 77. 1 minute and 56 seconds to go.
Jonty Brown.
I don't know if they'll get to 81. Well, maybe not. Not sure. Close.
Ruiz looking for options. Fuentes defending him. Popel with the ball. Popel from the 45 off the glass. Unsuccessful. Elliott gets the rebound. Kicks it into Jonty Brown. Uses some beautiful chair control.
Yeah. Well done.
To score.
It comes back into play. Nice work there.
Fuentes bringing the ball back down the court once again.
Done a lot of work, Scott. He's constantly trying to set play up for the Eagles.
Hawthorn from the top of the key. Gets 2 pieces of the iron. Bounces out. Ruiz once again with the ball. Out to Luke Popel. Popel for 3. No good.
And the rebound.
Jackson Gray.
Oh!
And that one will also be called an unsportsmanlike.
Is there a send-off rule?
Exactly, a send-off rule, yes.
I thought that might be a send-off.
No,
not quite.
No, so that's on Emily with the unsportsmanlike foul. We'll see Jackson Gray go to the line for 2. And it will stay with the Manly Wheel Eagles. You just have to be wondering how Gray's feeling. You said he was a bit tender this week.
Yeah. With his left elbow, he went down on it hard. But good luck to him. He's looking good out there.
And he is a
lefty, yeah.
So he is a lefty. So he made the first of those 2.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for that young man. He's still very young, and he's mixing it with some brilliant opposition here tonight.
I guess. I'm not sure. I should have counted the number of Paralympic games in total we have on the floor. That's going to be my task next time. Next time I'll call that. All right, going back now. Popel kicking the ball back out to Brown. We're inside the last 40 seconds. Brown, he did miss one. There we go. Elliott with the offensive rebound and the putback. They'll take him, the Wollongong Rollerhawks to 81.
That's it. 30-38 to the Eagles. Munro Cook with the ball. Great pass.
Munro Cook finds Jackson Gray.
Back to Munro Cook.
Munro Cook steadies herself. Unable to convert on this occasion. Brown with the ball.
Roll up. Oh, intercept.
Fuentes gets the steal inside the last 10 seconds.
Oh, great ball.
Kicks the ball out to Munro Cook. Munro Cook into Gray. Gray with gets his own rebound.
Oh.
And that is full time from the Northern Beaches Indoor Sports Stadium. The Wollongong Rollerhawks 81, Manly Wheel Eagles 38.
Great effort from both teams. A lot of commitment, a lot of energy, some great basketball, wheelchair basketball, some fantastic passing, some defence, brilliant defence from both teams. And just it's very exciting. Unfortunately, I haven't seen them play before. They've got a very good history, the Hawks. We know that they've been very successful in this level of basketball. So it was a real pleasure to see them play, and they're going to be tough to beat. They've really got to be a contender, haven't they?
They absolutely will be a contender. They're a perennial championship contender. This week we're not going to see what Darwin have on offer as they're having the bye, but it will be interesting to see what happens as the season progresses. Leading the way this evening for Manly at Fuentes Cervantes. He had 12 points. Georgia Munro Cook 6, Dylan Gawthorne 6, Cooper Tarlington with 5, Eamon Wood with 4. Meanwhile, for the victorious Wollongong Rollerhawks, Jonty Brown, 29 points. Tristan Knowles finished with 26. Then you had Thomas Klein with 8, Jordy Ruiz with 6, and Sean Russell with 6. When it comes to assists, it was again Emmanuel Fuentes Cervantes with 9. Luke Hopel also had 9. Tristan Knowles had 6. Ruiz had 5. Dylan Gawthorne with 3. Block shots, it was all defense from Jonty Brown. And in the same time, rebounding was also where he was creating absolute havoc. 15 boards. Manuel Fuentes Cervantes also had 13. Tristan Knowles had 8. Luke Hopel had 8. And Sean Russell had 6. Well, Michael, it's been an excellent performance from the Wollongong Rollerhawks as they have their victory huddle in mid-court. What has been the standout for you this evening?
Great question. Really enjoyed watching Knowles in action. He creates a lot of time for himself. Some of his shooting, the three-pointers, he did some great work there. If you could just help me with the numbers there, but he's certainly taken some great shots and they've come off. Just the teamwork of the Eagles is very, very positive. There's a lot of energy between them. They're a solid group. They're very committed to what they're doing, and it's a pleasure to see them playing so well.
Yeah, and Jonty Brown getting warm later in the game with the 3 in a row with the turkey, hitting those 3 threes. Just outstanding shooting from a guy that was dominating inside as well.
Also want to give Hannah Dodd a big rap. I just thought she was excellent tonight, particularly in defence. I mean, some of her work, she just sort of flies under the radar there, but she's in everyone's face. She gets in front of a lot of bigger players than her and just shuts them down. Yeah, so excellent.
Hannah Dodd played 24 minutes. Her stat line says 1 rebound, but the stat that you don't really notice is the plus-minus. So while she was on the floor, the team scored 35 more points than her opposition. So she was making an impact all around the court. Anyway,
to finish off Cervantes, a brilliant effort. That young man who's come over from Minnesota and he's all the way from Mexico.
Yes, so he played the full 40.
Yeah, he did well, didn't he? And he's a bonus to their team.
There's going to be a lot of pressure on him to carry this team as the season progresses. They're going to need to get a bit more out of others. He did finish with 12 points, 11 defensive rebounds for a total of 13. 1 assist shy of the triple-double.
I'd just like to support the sponsors here for both teams. I think, of course, it's so important to remember the effort that people are, the people behind the scenes as well. The helpers, the assistant coaches, the managers, people here tonight just supporting the game, and the sponsors. Actually, the sponsor board going out. I think we should never forget the sponsors. Without them, I don't know what's going to happen. What's happening? We need them, don't we?
We do, absolutely. All right. Well, we're going to say good night from the Northern Beaches Indoor Sports Stadium. It is Wollongong Rollerhawks 81, Manly Wheel Eagles 38.